With experience, one thing that can happen to you is your experience blinds you. There is no chance of failure of my idea. Think that disruption is the only way to make progress. But it is not true.
And then having an
alternate option is hypothesis. Hypothesis is something where you have two options and deciding to choose which one to pursue. Learning happens only via doing, not by listening, not by reading. The consumption part, consuming way of gaining a knowledge may not be active knowledge. Let the work to build the trust instead of founder building the trust.
B2B, B2C. Now you are having a B2C business as well, Ida Nutrition. What level of observation you should have about the changing market trends? You have run it for 15 years. Back then, e-commerce boom was there. E-commerce became quick commerce in 2021 due to COVID. COVID was a major shift in that. You believed that market would behave this way, but it totally went in a different way during the whole journey.
Snacks or food ordering online never going to work after our B2C. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So our thing is like our B2C is not working. Okay, that means for no one it has to work. Okay, because we tried whatever we know and we diagnosed to the level where okay, this part is not working. So we thought like nobody can bring some solution to it. But later, when the market changed, even when quick commerce is launched, we discussed even with e-commerce the same thing happened. With so much of logistics cost, last mile delivery problems, cash on deliveries, cash on delivery failures. Because with experience, one thing that can happen to you is your experience blinds you.
Okay.
Because we all will have a preconceived notion. This has been done this way. It works only this way. Break that ceiling and tell that this can be done in a different way.
Very, very true.
Okay. So to be frank, when we started Snack Experts, we broke that ceiling and started a different thing. Okay. But as a founder, you don't accept other environments. Okay. We don't accept that is happening in logistics. We don't have that is happening in cash on delivery models. We don't accept that is happening because we believe that won't work. But that worked. Okay. So it has been a constant learning. Okay. Every time, whenever you think of a hypothesis, you can decide either way. It works or not works. Most of the time, other than your own business, all other things looks like it won't work. Okay, because you have so much of bias towards your own business.
This is like your kid.
It is not. It is your kid. You always believe your kid is the best. Your way of thinking is how the market is going to accept it. There is no chance of failure of my idea. And presume that all other ideas will have some problem, that this is the reason why it is not working. So you as a founder, you start analyzing everything that comes to your way. And finding a problem that this is the reason it will not work. And we always self-convince ourselves, this is the reason why my business only will work. So this kind of analysis, maybe you can tell like blindness. Okay, where you end up thinking your way is the only way to solve the business problem. And always you find reasons for all other things that has been in the market. Okay, because always we understand as a founder, we start with problem statement. With our nature, we start identifying everything as a problem. Wherever we don't know the solution, we start thinking that solution does not exist.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone comes and brings that solution to the table, then only you will realize, yes, this also can be solved.
In fact, even only when the market has validated it, we believe.
Yes.
Even when someone comes and pitches us that this is the way to do it.
True. That is what I was trying to tell. Okay. When it was an idea, you don't accept it. Okay. Only when market accepts it, okay, COD can be done in a different way.
Yeah. COD, UPI,
everything.
What is it? Wallet, the whole wallet thing, free charge and Paytm did it.
So you never knew, okay, till the time when there is nobody solved it. We all knew that bank to bank transfer
It's the
only way. Bank to other bank transfer, it takes 2 days or 3 days. So that way of disrupting the environment, disruption, many things, okay, even the disruption would have failed. Even you would have now noticed many people started with the idea. Even for our idea in that case, yes, we are surviving today. If market has validated that thing, we would have been a different level of company altogether, where everybody assumed that it was a business. Okay, it is all about validating your thing, in my opinion. If validation is not happening, only with validation, you realize that, okay, this is the way.
Okay. You use the word hypothesis multiple times, right? I learned it very late. I learned it somewhere in 2018, 19.
Okay.
Someone named Amul writes about this in Twitter.
Okay.
So I learned from him, like, what it helped me was, until then, if I have a belief that this is how it will work, I used to think that, oh, this is the only way it will work. I was an engineer, so I used to think that. But then, as I worked in a startup, I learned that, no, every time the things don't work as per expectation. As an engineer, you can create things, but when you take it to market, market keeps changing because it is linked to people. But computers or systems are what you built is predictable. Then this whole hypothesis framing started helping me keep my ego in check. Okay.
True.
When did you figure out about hypothesis? How much of at what age did you know about hypothesis? Curious.
Okay, to be frank, the understanding of the continuous improvement. Okay, we all think that disruption is the only way to make progress. Okay,
Disruption is the only way to
make progress. Okay. But it is not true. Okay, there are many cases, small improvements can help you to you don't even notice that it has changed. Okay. So during that continuous improvement period, so in business or in work, you run small experiments on a daily basis. Okay. For example, yesterday you started morning work by 9 a.m. Okay. Today you try whether 10 a.m. is suitable to me. Whether 11 a.m. is suitable to me or 7 a.m. is suitable to me. So when you start running these kind of smaller experiments, so that is where the hypothesis comes into play. So learning to make smaller experiments is where I started understanding hypothesis is a way to improve the business. Okay, first part of understanding is disruption is not the only way to progress the business. There is a continuous improvement also can improve the business. Okay, this is the first realization.
Okay, I'll summarize it this way. So disruption is, say, iPhone coming in and breaking the whole thing is a bigger disruption.
Yes.
We were also telling that adding 2 cameras is a small increment.
Yes.
That also changes things.
Yeah, that having 2 cameras is a hypothesis.
Okay.
Okay, in my opinion, that continuous improvement mindset, understanding continuous improvement also can improve my business, is where you start appreciating the hypothesis concept. Okay, what happens if I do this?
Okay.
What happens if I don't do this?
Okay.
So if I do this, whether 10 additional customers will come in. If I added this product, for example, in snacks, I'm telling you, we started with only dry snacks. Suddenly one company asked, can you serve a boiled snack? Okay. So when that comes into us, there are 2 ways of handling that. Telling we don't do. Another side, considering that as hypothesis. Okay, what is the opportunity if I serve wet snacks? So if I start supplying wet snacks, I may have more customers coming in, or same customers having one more variety, or same customers who are buying only for 3 days can buy for 4 days also.
Okay.
These are the hypotheses. So the mindset of accepting a problem
and then having an alternate
option is hypothesis. Hypothesis is something where you have 2 options and deciding to choose which one to pursue and which one will have more impact to the business, whether to positive or to negative level. This is what I believe.
Okay.
So the ability to appreciate, understand the continuous improvement is the first step in accepting the hypothesis.
Okay.
It is not only disruption, even continuous smaller improvements also can improve your business a lot. If you start thinking this way, you start seeing every opportunity that's come to you as a hypothesis.
Okay. Okay. Now, I mean, you explain things in an amazing way.
Okay.
Is this what led you to start your newsletter as well?
Okay.
The newsletter is here. The context is Arul Murugan runs a newsletter called Cost to the Company, CTC. He writes, he shares his hypothesis, his ideas, his journey. He generalizes it for anyone so that it is not attached to a specific business. It's very generic to business. He writes it in Tamil. So this is the context of the Cost to the Company, CTC newsletter, which is what I'm asking about him.
So the thing I realized is I started my business in 2015 and I am fortunate to have so many people, ecosystem players supporting me. And one thing I realized is I gained so much from the ecosystem. Okay. And also I started realizing again one more thing. So many consulting, coaching businesses are emerging post COVID. Okay, the way of Zoom meetings, coachings, trainings, and everything. I felt okay during COVID, where I had a lot of free time because we don't have any business. So I needed a way to express my learnings, both good and bad, whatever I learned. This is one way. One is like COVID, I had time and I believed that I learned some good things from fellow entrepreneurs. Many things supported us in terms of fundraising, everything, exit, running a company, handling the failures, developing a business model, setting up a hypothesis, everything. Someone has taught me, and it is my responsibility to teach some people. This is one thing. And second thing is, instead of writing in English, where so much is there, you can learn from Silicon Valley to Bangalore to India. There are so many material is there. So many materials are there for the people who wants to read things via English. Knowledge is unlimited. Only thing is your willingness to learn. But for other people, the thinking or original thinking process, where other Tamil people who wants to start something, who understands English, but they were not able to think through English. Okay, so you think in Tamil and translate it to English. For those kind of people, I felt writing these concepts in Tamil can be a place where they can gain knowledge. Okay. These are hypotheses. I just wanted to experiment it.
Okay.
One is sharing my knowledge. Second thing is sharing my knowledge in Tamil. And third thing is writing a long form article instead of Twitter or Reels kind of concept. These are hypotheses I had. I wanted to experiment. Okay. Because I felt that no business can be explained in 30 seconds. Okay. It is not sufficient to have a reel. Definitely, you need a long form way of content. I believed that people are willing to read if the content is good, long, even 1,000 words, 2,000 words. I have seen in English as well. So I thought like anything I write, any topic, some top of the funnel content can be explained in 30 seconds. But if you go deep, it needs minimum 1,000 for any topic. Whether you take business model, it can be explained in 10,000 words also. If you take market TAM, SAM, SOM, it can be explained in 1,000 words also. If you take business growth, anything that can be expressed in 140 letters, that requires a space for 1,000 letters also, or 1,000 words also. So I believed in long format. a regional language newsletter for people. I wanted to validate that hypothesis. I started writing, experimenting, and it had a good thing. I maybe in Substack there were only 2-3 Tamil newsletters by that time, and for business we had close to 5,000, 6,000 subscribers.
I discovered you through your newsletter, Cost to Company.
Okay, so we felt okay. We wanted to test that. Ultimately, you wanted to share something. With that, I wanted to understand whether there is an interest to it. It may not be as good as, because people the same content, if it is in reels, it would have had 2 million, 3 million thing. Maybe may true or may not be true. I am not sure. But I specifically wanted it to be a long format, boring, detailed Tamil content. I had even, if it is less than 1,000 words, identify where and all that topic can be explained a bit deeper.
Okay.
So that was a mindset. Write minimum 1,000 words at least. Okay. On a particular topic. And it helped me to crystallize my thoughts as well. Instead of, because writing helps a lot, I believe. Because if you start writing, what will happen is like you write one sentence and then you read through again, and you will find a way to improve that line. You change that line and you change that line and then you change that line. So finally, it helps you to streamline your thinking process as well. I believed that writing helps me a lot in improving what I think. So I started continuing it. And again, after a certain period of time, our business things took over. Eden, snack experts, everything came into play. Last 6-7 months, I don't had a time to write, but definitely I'm looking forward. Okay, continuing things, writing.
At what age did you start writing?
Okay, maybe 34, 35.
Oh, you started very late.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now I'm 38. I started 4 years back.
No, not just the cost to the company, but because one of the patterns that I have observed, and it is also related to my consulting business itself, is that writing is crystallization of thoughts, and what gets written is refined. What gets written, when I say not into ChatGPT windows and then getting it, but you write. When you write, you are accountable for whatever you are expressing there. And to do that, whatever you mentioned, you edit it. Because whatever you doesn't understand, you cannot put your stamp on it. So you edit it. Now, this refines your thoughts. This makes you know that whatever you say right is not the need not be the right thing. And most other leaders that I have spoken to, I have hosted here. Yesterday, I spoke to a founder of a company who charges a premium for software consulting, very high premium in India. This person very strongly insists that the people he hire knows how to write. Originally, he writes his own document. He thinks that writing is through which you can refine your thoughts. There is a company called 37 Signals. You might know. This is Bootcamp. I mean, Basecamp's Basecamp is a product that is built from 37 Signals. This company, what they do is, if you have 5 employees, 5 of them equally capable in technology, for which they are hiring, then there is a tie. They prioritize the one who can share their thoughts in writing well. So writing has a lot of value in solving problems. So I'm curious. You said 34 you started writing it, but what made you discover that?
Okay, thing is like, again, in my opinion, it is an accidental discovery. What I wanted to tell is, I wanted to share something, I had time. Okay. I'm a strong believer, learning happens only via doing.
Learning happens only via doing.
Okay. Not by listening, not by reading. Yes, it can happen, but it is not active learning. Okay. So you read something, you gain some knowledge. it will be in your mind, but you forget it if you are not applying it to your business.
Okay, great.
Okay. Listening also the same thing. Watching also the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The consumption part,
It's the easiest part.
consuming way of gaining a knowledge may not be active knowledge is what I believe. Okay. Doing, maybe creating a content or writing a content.
The process teaches you things.
Yeah, the process is what makes you, your receiver may be happy with whatever you are giving, but you as an individual gain a lot by creating something, either in a word format or video format or audio format. That is where the true learning happens, or doing actual real business.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever I gained, whatever I am writing it as a word, is what I experienced through doing. Okay. So I did business model on my own. I did Tams Home on my own. I did growth on my own. I believe operators writing their experience is where the true learning happens.
Because they have done stuff.
They have done the stuff. They have experienced it. They have failed or achieved is a different thing, but they have done. Okay. So, for example, as a software engineer, you are a software engineer, former software engineer. You are writing a book based on your experiences. You are not writing this book based on what you read already.
Yes.
Okay. You are writing your book based on your experiences. And even you gained something through reading, you always think through your application lens.
Yes.
Okay. You read something, you watch something, you listen something, and apply the process into your application way of thinking. As a software engineer, what would you have done?
Yes.
So always it is all about the application part, not about reading, listening, or watching. The application part makes you the person who can write.
Yes, amazing. Some super framing. Because this has been running in my mind. Recently, when a particular friend, in fact, said that, why did you write the book? Why did you write the book? When I wrote the book, I have 3 other books. Learning Mission is one other book coming. The intent behind writing is, for me, is this is a lived experience. I rediscovered learning in 2016, 17. I rediscovered learning, how to learn.
Okay.
Until then, I was able to do stuff and all these things. I rediscovered learning. I was an experienced person, 8-9 years of experience, but synthesizing, solving problems, I was fairly new in 2017. I realized it was a very hard wake-up call. Then when I started solving problems in my own naive ways, I faced a lot of struggles. So whatever I put it into this book is my renewed understanding of the workplace and my learning patterns, others' learning patterns, and the biases. So I am actually documenting my mistakes and how I fumbled with regards to that, how others have fumbled, and then what was a binding force that made the transition in teams and stuff. When you said this, now I'm able to, when that person posed this question, I said I lived this experience, but then when you put it out as listening, reading, or watching, they are mere consumption. You are not putting them to experience, and you living through it, doing it, that has a different.
Yes. So choice of words may change by reading, listening, and watching. Okay. But the fundamental thought process has to come from your application side of it, is what I felt.
Yeah. In fact, for me, two persons told me that you talk about culture and all these things. How can you are not a founder running a company. You have never, you have been just an engineer. How can you advise a founder? This was a question. It was a very hard question for me because it touches my ego. I mean, this is my entire business model and they are questioning my business model. But then I realized that there are certain aspects I cannot make any suggestions or recommendation. This lived doing experience is the one that I can make suggestions. That is the only part.
Again, one thing I wanted to add. Okay, you are not a founder to teach culture.
Okay.
But you are an employee previously.
Yes.
To differentiate the good culture from the bad culture.
Amazing.
That makes you as a person who can explain from an employee perspective. Any culture.
Yes.
Okay.
Any
so
culture.
as a what I see, okay, either as a founder you have an operating experience, or as an employee you also will have an operating experience. I don't think only founders can do consulting. Okay, that may not be possible at all the time, because if their business is the full-time thing. What I believe in is, if you ever been an employee in an organization, you are eligible to do consulting as a culture consulting and all. Okay, the reason being, you are part of that operational experience. A person who's straight out of college may not have the eligibility to teach about culture in a company. But a person with 10 years of employee experience have seen the multiple cultures, how it impacts the co-workers, how it is not always a founder's way of seeing the team. It can be employee's way of seeing a co-worker.
Yeah. In fact, it is a one thing. When I worked in a particular startup, I saw what the team knows.
Yes.
And what the founder knows. I was managing the team. I know what the actual team knows. I also interact closely with the founder.
Management.
What they know and what the team knows, that gap is so huge. I was trying to be the bridge. Because for me, I felt, okay, this information has to pass. Founder to employee channel, whenever there is a gap, the pivoting, the iteration speed is so slow, because a lot of information that the founder needs never reaches them. The founders have their own challenges like sales, marketing, and all these things. And what the world has changed is directly available through the employees, which never ever reaches them, which is the core why I wrote my first book, Silent Not Crystallized. Yeah.
It may be true. The reason being, at any point of time, a team member with his daily operational executional responsibilities, it is difficult to have a founder's view. Okay. Because founder is seeing, for example, founder is having a bird's eye view. Okay. An employee is solving ant's eye view level problems. Okay. It is all about our learnings, in my opinion. Okay. I may have a different perspective of customer problems. Okay. But an employee, a salesperson, will have a different problems from a customer perspective. Finance person will have a different problems in a customer perspective. Operational person will have a different problem in a customer perspective. The reason being, for example, if I'm supplying to an IT park, okay, I have experience of approaching multiple companies, talking to. For salesperson, an IT park, an independent house, both are same. It comes with 10,000 rupees monthly business value. But for an operational person or a logistics person, okay, an apartment is the 100 rupees problem. An IT park is the 1,000 rupees problem, because from the security check to the gatekeeper, to the apartment, identifying the company, which floor to go, how many floors to go, whether auto will allowed inside. So the way I see is a whole business growth. I need 10 customers this month is what my problem is. Sales problem is either IT park company or apartment run company, what he needs is 10,000 rupees monthly order value. But for logistics person, it is a different problem. For operational person, it is a different problem. What kind of product mixes he choose? For a finance person, what is the gross margin into that? As a founder, you cannot be the finance person, accounts person, marketing person, sales person, everything, because it is their team's view of that problem that defines. Only thing is founders' ability to give the freedom to their employees to execute their departments in the way they want. So the culture, the way I see the culture is different from the way marketing person sees the culture.
Yeah. You use the word ants few and birds eye view,
Mm.
right? That is amazing. I think in software engineering terms, there are a few ways people see software engineers actually. A temple builder mindset, a wall builder mindset, and then a bricklaying mindset. So bricklaying mindset is what you said as when you have ants view, you are a brick builder, I mean, bricklayer. You just, this is my implementation, this is my microservice. You build small stuff. When you have wall builder mindset, you see that this is one feature. This feature has to go out. And when you have temple builder mindset, you see the whole systems. You have different systems. How these different systems will have the impact on revenue or not. You know whether this feature will put us in loss. Even if it puts us in loss, is it intentional? Is it an intentional marketing activity? You can that temple builder mindset is what the
No, the thing is like expecting a bricklayer to have a temple builder mindset may not be right. Okay, because he is perfecting his way of laying the brick. Okay, it may be good. So a bricklayer should understand whether he is building temple or whether he is building a IT park, whether he is building a brick house or something is different. He should have a broad view. But expecting him to know the every part of temple may not be his way of doing things. Okay, sometimes the culture nuances. Okay, the way software company treats culture is completely different from a way manufacturing company treats a culture.
Yes.
Okay, and it is all about building that combination right, rather than seeing that a particular component is right or wrong. So you have to make sure that the combination is right. That is how it works. You should have a brick builder and a wall builder and a temple and even a state with so many temples. Okay, so each it is not that the combination makes it right, rather than seeing that as each person has to have a wall builder, each person has to have a temple. Those kind of things are not required, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. But I think especially when operational heavy business like yours, not everyone has to have that whole understanding. As long as they do what is
required for that.
Because I think in the physical reality itself, there is so much of difference. As you said, manufacturing, I mean, creating the muruk is one aspect of the work.
Yes.
They will never know the packing side.
Yes.
If they know, it's good.
If they know, it is good, but if they know it is good also is a hypothesis. If they know, it may be bad sometimes. Okay. If they know, it may be good many times. Okay. The reason being, what we expect is, whether it is a IT park or whether it is a beggar, the product has to be of same standard. So telling them to whom it is going for
doesn't matter.
Makes them sometimes over aware. For example, whether it is go to the President of India or it goes to the street corner person, our product remains the same. So when we are putting, I remember like you've been subscriber to Eden Nutrition. I never told our people that this person who is receiving the box is known to me. For me, all the 150 people who are, or 200 people who are paying to me has to receive the same box. Even driver doesn't know whom, even if I consciously tell that this box only needs to be delivered, that is where the mistake happens. Okay. If
that awareness itself is causing a chaos. Because I think at the moment, I think people are directly involved in all operations of it. Every new information causes that.
Yes.
That awareness brings some changes in people's actions.
Whether it is good or bad is up to the company to decide. But obviously, transparency is different.
Yeah.
Information access is different. And knowing everything sometimes causes a problem.
This is quite information, because now I understand how a software engineering related product is different from your kind of consumer product. The way you deliver is never going to be changed, because everything is code. You can scale it without any extra human effort, because everything is done by human. But in products like manufacturing and stuff, you create it. To scale it, you always need the human elements. And that is where the bias and that change in patterns comes. Interesting. Now, when you said about Eden Nutrition, right? I want to go out of this, and then you never let the world know that this is. You said intentionally you want to you don't want a false positive traffic into it. And it was quite a surprise for me, because many of us tend to want more orders right away. That's the easiest linear way to think. I mean, if you see so much of people, they start a tea stall, they start a whatever they start, they go big bang.
Okay. So thing is like, I understood the question. Okay. To be frank, like build in public is the trend. Okay. So where you announce that you are going to do, and putting it on a daily basis, updates of what you are doing, and that too for a consumer business. Yes, you must do this way is the template that has been set in the market or the society. Okay. One thing, maybe it is a fear or out of curiosity or out of a hypothesis, we wanted to keep this. Okay. For the first 100 customers or first 500 customers of Eden Nutrition has to come out of only marketing, not because of founders marketing. Okay. So we wanted to validate it as a brand, as a product. It has to sell by itself instead of founder promoting it.
It has to sell by
itself instead of founder promoting it. If it is a true product, a referral has to, the growth, if it is your first company, there is no option. By all guns, you need to promote, because you don't have a customer base, you don't have a product base, you don't have any base. Your personal medium is the only way to announce that you are doing this. But when you are building a second brand, you would have got so much of, it is not experience. I have a business that can sustain my day-to-day things. I can experiment on certain things. Yes, I also could have announced and done it, but I have a room to experiment something, whether the second brand can be built without any announcement, any founder announcement. Obviously, the brand announcement has to be there. The social media has to be there. Okay. So we consciously thought whether without founder promoting the brand and the concept and the problem itself can be promoted. Even today, some of our friends knows that this has been run by us. I made a change in LinkedIn profile after 7-8 months of running this business, after 200-300 orders, daily orders. And then we made a small video in our Instagram saying that this is what the founder. And till the time, our Instagram followers also, we had a 0 following. We had 16,000 following. We had 0 followers. We consciously that don't follow our profiles.
Okay.
Make sure that it is still 0 followers. So trust building can be done other ways. Trust building is not only announcing who is building it. Trust building can be done via product. Trust building can be done via service. Trust building can be done via a problem, clearly stating the problem. Trust building can happen in multiple ways. Telling this person is doing is a one way of building the trust. Telling Aral Murugan is doing Eden Nutrition is the one way of building the trust for our brand. Okay. Telling breakfast is being served at your doorstep on a daily basis and executing it without any flaws for 2 months, 3 months is another way of building a trust. So what I thought is trust building can, my hypothesis again, coming to hypothesis part of it, without announcing who's doing it, can we build the trust among customers? By executing the product, by executing the service, by executing it logistics last mile, without shutting down the business. Okay, doing all the groundworks properly and let the work to build the trust instead of founder building the trust.
The work do the trust.
Work builds the trust. So I wanted to test it. Okay, and we had the cushion to do it. The first time founders may not be able to afford this. For the second time founder, which is having one more identity, I have an identity of being a snack expert founder. I don't need one more identity to build the credibility, trust or something. Okay, I don't require that thing, and I wanted my product to talk. That is a hypothesis. Whether everything has to be announced or something can be built, trust can be built on a service front, or trust can be built on a only founder branding. I just wanted to, out of curiosity, we did it. Worked. Okay, there is no difference. Still recurring customers, return rate, everything is doing it. As long as service is good, consumers are buying it, consumers are referring it. So, for example, I have like close to 15,000 followers in LinkedIn. If I would have announced, another 50 orders would have come. Okay, it is not that I'm not looking at that 50 orders. I'm looking at that 150 or 200 or 300 people who bought this product anonymously, continue to buy this product anonymously without knowing who is running this, appreciating or depreciating the product without even knowing who is doing it. I felt that is the place where true appreciation or depreciation comes from the system.
That is the ultimate reality.
Yes.
One day, I think you mentioned this back then. Now, if I have to invest on the utensils, I set a deal with the fruit market and stuff. And if there is a false surge, one day the false surge will go. The people who joined because of me will drop whenever they really don't have a necessity.
Yes.
And it will have a unnecessary cost expense to your thing.
Even monetary wise, the thing is like, for example, if I put maybe another 50 or 100 orders would have come, I would have invested for 300 orders. I would have invested in capacity, I would have invested in labor, I would have invested in everything. Where the next day, first month they will buy for my name. Okay, second month they may not have the real need. Second month the order will drop to 200. During that time, I need to cut those things. If you start thinking what is one step next, okay.
Because the cost, anytime you have the fixed cost,
yes,
you'll have to be aware of intentionally throttling your initial traffic.
Yes.
If it was a cloud cost, you don't have to do it.
Yes.
You can simply scale down.
Running operational heavy businesses always goes that way. Suddenly, if 1,000 orders comes, we don't have a capacity now. Suddenly, if 1,000 orders become zero, I have so much to lose.
Investment to.
Okay. So, for example, even for consumer businesses, it is always gradual increase. Abrupt volume growth is good. It comes with so much of problem, which we don't like. Gradually let it come. We also have so many things to improve. We have so many things to improve in terms of packaging, in terms of branding, in terms of delivery, in logistics bandwidth. To delivering every home, we require more and more drivers. Those kind of troubles we don't want to get into. That is one way of thinking. But other side, we consciously wanted to build this, whether we can build trust without founder's name.
Okay, I want to pause you here. So I think in the last 5 minutes, you have used the word trust building at least probably 20 times. You never use it prior to this in our whole discussion. What is the whole thing about trust building?
Okay. So when the mindset, okay, from the B2B business to B2C business. So these are two extremely different businesses when you see from a customer point of view. Okay, from a business point of view, I am making snacks, packing snacks, delivering snacks. I am making breakfast, packing breakfast, delivering breakfast. From a operational point of view or a company point of view. But from the receiver's point of view, B2B businesses wants reliability. So uninterrupted supply, daily 4 p.m. means it has to reach there by 3:30. This is what reliability is all about. B2C businesses wants trust. Consumers expect I am paying you 3,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees upfront, expecting breakfast daily by 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. on a daily basis. So when it comes to B2C business, the word trust, as you said, like it has not come in the previous 1 hour. Suddenly when we start talking about a consumer business, trust plays a huge role. When it is B2B business, it is all about reliability. Okay, whether good or bad, you need to be available, reliable, fulfilling your service, other things. Reliability is what matters. But when it comes to consumer business, you need to build the trust. Trust on a daily basis, trust through your product, trust through your service, trust through your payment systems, trust through your packaging, trust through your food safety things that you are, whether you are seeing or not seeing in the kitchen level. So many things are there in a trust point of view. Okay, I see when whether it is for B2B also, trust is more important. Reliability is the other word for trust. That's all in my opinion. But the way we see more on a B2B side is whether reliable.
I'll put it this way. In B2B, you have one purchase one person with whom you will have to build a trust, and they have to regularly know that the product comes in correct time, so that they uh, they can maintain their trust with the
Employees, their own.
The number of employees don't directly have a interface with your product.
Yes.
But in B2C,
employees will have a trust over
the product.
HR. HR will have the reliability over us.
Yes.
You can.
There are abstractions through which you scale through abstractions.
Yes.
Here you are directly, you don't have any abstraction at all with your customers.
Yes.
Your customers directly interact you through the product, the experience.
Yes.
So the service quality and reliability for each of them is distributed.
Yes.
Because
everyone has so much of risk. Yeah. Even one day failure will result in losing the customer. Okay. Sometimes it is an advantage, many times it is a disadvantage also. So you need to be very conscious, like when you are shifting the business from B2B to B2C, B2B is one way of building the reliability, and B2C has a completely different mindset. Each complaint needs to be addressed in a time, speed, answers, and something either in terms of product quality, the way you handle the complaint, the scale at which you handle the complaint, your customer support team, everything changes when you move from B2B to B2C. So in my opinion, trust building in a B2C business can happen in multiple ways, not only from the founder's way of seeing it.
Without even that
founder's way, founders announcing it is one way of building, not the only way.
You did not do it because you do not want false positives because of your factor.
Yes. Because we been in the market, we been not like, we may not have so much of follower base, but still we have a standard customer base, people who knew us. If I put like, I expect at least 50 to 100 hours coming in because of that jump, and that people may lose the trust because of what we would have.
Their expectation would have been
a different thing.
Yeah, always it happens, right? When you want to support someone merely for supporting it, it cannot happen forever.
Yes.
Interesting. And this whole trust building perspective that you are setting, how did it happen actually? That it requires you seeing the reality without any sort of filters, right? You are thinking that, yeah, if I do it, some people subscribe just for my thing, but then it is going to have a added cost in the long term. And this level of clarity, how did you gain it?
Okay, I'll put it in maybe a slightly different view. Okay, one is there is also a fear. Okay, one is what happens, even I don't know. I have though I have like B2B experience, I don't have enough experience of handling B2C.
Okay,
I don't have enough experience of handling this particular product. Okay, so I just it may be a fear to me that if something goes wrong, the trust I built for over 10 years, okay, for certain identity. So Arul is known for this. Arul is known for this. Certain trust I built. Okay. It may be a fear that I don't want to lose the trust for a case. If you see, for Eden's example, the cost of announcing it is very high rather than cost of not announcing it.
At what cost?
At what cost?
Okay.
Maybe at what cost? My it is not followers, my audience or my people who knew me.
Connected to you, yeah.
Okay, people who knew me is losing a trust, or it is not losing, it is having a doubt. Okay, I thought Arul would have done much better job.
Okay. So you seriously want to attract people who are tuned for this product. They have been thinking about this for a long time. I need this in my life now, and someone announces it, or someone talks about it, I want to adapt it. You don't want people who adapt it because, hey, I want to support, Arul is doing this, I will try it. I'll try. The moment it is trying it, it means you skip out of.
Yes. The way, the cost of losing the trust
Is
Okay,
higher.
high. Cost of gaining, maybe I may gain 50 orders. Okay, if everything goes well, I may gain 100 orders. If something goes wrong, I may lose the trust of 10 people. That hurts me. That hurts the business also. So we wanted to be, when we are taking a decision, it is not always a single thing. Okay, it is always not about orders, revenue, money. Okay, certain intangible things that you built over a period wanted to be made us to think to keep this as an experiment rather than announcing it as a complete thing. Yes, it can be announced later also.
Yeah.
This is your business. You are building it. There is no need that someone will come and tell that tomorrow is going to come and tell that it is not your business. You can announce it even 2 years later also. Or 5 years later also. Still it is your business.
Yes.
Only the public, even customer doesn't require your thing. Customer require product. Okay, the product has to meet his expectation. Product has to build the trust. The service has to build the reliability on time. Everything. So there are two ways. One is conscious thing, and second is fear. The cost of the trust that we built so far. So versus 50 new orders. That 50 new orders can wait. The trust you built for 10 years is where the whether to announce it or not announce it can happen when it comes to trust perspective.
Okay.